now with him being on that Euro, when we speak about the double duelist, we need to see that resurgence coming in from him.
Absolutely, because he's going to be the one creating space for Aspas to take over. That's a style that they play. Adazine puts his body and his life on the line. And the reason why MIBR have been doing so well this event is because he hasn't just been feeding. I'm going to put it bluntly. He's actually been feasting, man. It's like Leo got plastic surgery to look like Adazine out here. But he needs to put up here when the pressure is at its height, when this stage, and look at him, man. His head is in his hands. It is immense to put on the shoulders of a player like this when this team didn't even think they would even be here to get the opportunity to compete in champs. This is the culmination of your entire year, and it is immense. The pressure will either crush or create diamonds.
Yeah, for DRX, at the beginning of this match, we were speaking about Mako and the performance that he had on this map against G2. One of the reasons that DRX managed to stay alive in the competition, so my eyes have to go to him, to the experience. I like to see that the duelists on the side of DRX are feeling comfortable, because starting from the defense, I want to still see the proactivity that we were seeing coming in from Ascent. Take that energy, turn it into confidence, and just go in their heads. Get in their heads.
This is it. This is it. It all comes down to the wire. DRX, MIBR, one mat to settle the score. Let's go ahead and send it over to your casters, who I'm pretty sure their blood pressure is very high right now. Here's Achilles and Paper Thin on the mic.
I don't think that we are the only ones. I think everybody watching here in the arena around the world, whether you're cheering for MIBR or DRX, we should all agree to go see a cardiologist after this. I think it's necessary. I think it would be a good precaution. That last map absolutely delivered on all fronts, and it now brings us to this final map of Bind to see who is making it to the top 4 and who is having their year come to its conclusion. Bren just mentioned it, MIBR, the expectations for them to even make champions were not there, let alone to make it this far. The same could be said for DRX. Both of these teams in attendance on a technicality now are here fighting for that final spot.
Now, both of these teams have been defying the gravity of their situations they found themselves in throughout Champions. But it all comes down to this, a map that MIBR clobbered Fnatic on, a map that DRX bested G2 on to send themselves further into this event. So both these teams, I think the relative power levels here, pretty equal. Oh, flashback, yeah. That alerts him that there might be some extra players around that corner. He's quick to peel back. Get a little bit of extra help from freeing around this Showers corner, trying to maintain this angle. In. Oh, what a prowler!
Back. They play off it beautifully. Great little bait there as Flashback swoops in to collect the opening kill. That gives MIBR certainly some pause.
It's a beautiful delayed setup there. What a great reaction. Flashback just saying, hell, hold on, hold on. Wait a second, Bane, and we'll catch him.
Yeah, just fishing for a stray shot to be found. Haunt out the teleporter. Bane jiggling the corner. Goes ahead and backs away. So MIBR now encroaching here on the B side. Mako also set up. Goes for him at range. Some shots flying. Verno going to be taken low. Down to 13 HP. Aspas similarly tagged up. Mako does eat a good amount of damage himself. As Boombot into the corner. Immediately gets a spot. Bane. The jig is up for him. Now he needs to try to fight his way out of this corner. Put some damage down, but Aspas gets the better of him. Getting his head off there. That goes in play. Cortezia having to back away. Eventually gets the finishing shot there. Automako, but the time is dwindling. Cortezia again delivering, finds Hyunmin, but freeing. Down here at backside to try to interrupt. Spike, however, going to be planted all the same. The swing coming through. He's eventually able to find it, but now it goes into a 1v1. Shenum at 40 HP is just not ready for the arrival at Hookah. DRX will find their second pistol win of this series. Start off Bind strong.
And that pick they find at the beginning of the round proves to be the difference maker here for DRX. Some post plants that almost get broken open by some phenomenal sheriff shots from Cortezia, but freeing answers in kind with a 3K. Picking up right where he left off from the first 2 maps. He is having his best day when DRX needed it most.
Aspas though, potential big change-up that could catch them off guard. Full armor outlaw coming through. Sheriff as well. I mean, Cortezia, the way that he's been hitting with it. Keep that in hand.
Everybody on DRX is full armor. If anybody can do it, you know it's him. A little bit of respect being shown here. Bane.
Actually at a risk, but shot does not go through. Gets the spot. Bad news as well as far as what the weaponry looks like.
Being really cautious here, wondering if maybe Flashback would try to take some space.
Shot attempt, some spam out. And then just fishing. Flashback though, maybe about to be under some pressure, sees the wrist, turns from it. Prowler does not find him! Inferno goes down. Flashback quick to get the second. Artisan eliminated. Well, two-player advantage. Pressure starts mounting. Aspas needing to find some success here with this Outlaw sooner rather than later. Freeing the spot. Three swings out. Just sprays down as Aspas does fall. Flawless anti-eco DRX, a 2-0 start.
Oh, that's brutal. For MIBR's economy, fantastic for DRX's. Big smile there from Mako. He's taken the reins of this DRX team to get him here this far.
Is the Prowler itself blinded by Artisan's flash? Insane. Weren't able to get the spot out.
Flashback opting into the Outlaw here. Scooped it up.
He knows a couple of them are going to be susceptible. It's really just Aspas, though. If he can find him, critical target.
Might have a chance. Whoa.
Looking for the aggressive teleporter play, something that MIBR certainly will have studied, given how impactful it was from DRX. So just goes ahead, grabs that orb, TPs right back across towards that B side of the map.
Love how creative they are with that fade util through the TPs. Freeing, be back off the angle, has to throw the snake bite. Falling back just a bit. Smoke comes down from Mako. Trying to buy a little bit of extra time, but not much information being given over here by MIBR.
Just realized Artisan doesn't have any flashes. Didn't have the purchase to come through for this one. Wanted to be able to get the full armor, I suppose, but not having any. Feels criminal. Still certainly play their way forward. Get this anti-bonus across the line, but things are very much scattered. Similarly for Shenum, not wanting to be susceptible to that Outlaw. Just has a Sheriff in hand. Nade going to be exchanged while it goes out. Gunman pressing on the side of this one. It's going to be spotted. Target marked. Dash at the ready, just making a quick exit back over towards Dice. Now the approach coming through, freeing Striping, able to find one. Verno brings it back. Gunman going to be taken down. Spray out from the Spectre, finding some damage, but not finding the kill that they really want to find. It's freeing now. Last one alive. Damage dealt plenty, but now he falls down to 11. Looks like overall this might end up being a very clean anti-eco, or anti-bonus, I should say, from the side of MIBR.
Just don't want to lose anymore. Love to keep those 4 rifles over. A lot of damage done to the shields. Oh.
Himself a second, but Cortesia healthy enough. Maintains the line and gets MIBR up on the board. Some damage found.
Kind of curious here if the DRX is going to keep digging into these late round lurks where if MIBR isn't going to contest anything within the first minute or so, that's when they start sending freeing out on those missions. That's something that MIBR is going to have to be tracking very diligently. Make sure that those backstabs aren't going to be a problem. Now a little bit of change of positions. Got Mako over on the B side, swapping the controllers, freeing over to the other. Flashback continues to put pressure through showers.
MIBR doing well to avoid it. Show towards this B side. Flashback once again teleporting into elbow. Position to try to slow down this approach, but now they know they've got that A side teleporter control. Via TP pivot, but Spike is actually going to be playing in over towards Hookah. Mako quickly clears the Prowler. Falling at the ready if he wants to try to buy some extra time. Thinks twice about it.
Just going to smoke that off. Sends MIBR packing a bit. So they're going to delay for their moment to strike. Usually this is a team that likes to claim some space early and then kind of plant their feet. Aspas still wants to challenge. Go right, that smoke. Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Through. Getting a little bit too antsy there, a little bit over-eager. Aspas quickly dealing with him. And it's going to be eaten, but Cortesia
30 seconds
finding freeing here on the A site, and that's going to keep attention tied here. As he finds another Bane now, taken down in around the back. Hyunmin out of the smoke, also dispatched. Flashback now, frantically going to try to hold on to this operator, but he's completely surrounded. Just strafing into the angle. Cortesia should be favored for it, and he is. One tap, one kill, flawless round as we get tied up 2-2.
Impeccable from MIBR. Cortesia, just by himself, blowing this one out of the park. Blowing even a save attempt from DRX of being even thought about, even being dreamt about. That's gonna fire him up.
It's 8-2-0. Hit online now. Just even see it invested. Trying to prevent any kind of thrifty action from DRX.
Just great reads there from MIBR on the tendencies of DRX. Knowing that Mako was gonna be near that smoke, Aspas was pressing it the whole way. And then DRX still even trying to hold A, and they lose out to Cortesia. Almost again, flashback. It's a bit of a peak, but not able to pull the trigger in time. A little bit of util here to clear out towards B long. Weaponry not the greatest. Flashback. Going quick on the edges.
Looking for a stray, but this time Mako not going to be rewarded. Flashback. I mean, if he was trying to do a clone fake, there's no one to see it. Swinging all the way around through the attacker's spawn.
And these are these mid-round pauses that DRX is trying to find ways to take advantage of.
Valor chasing, Mako dead. Hyunmin, however, 2 quick shots, looking for that third, he's got it! Aspas, his attention just fully tied in on that haunt. And looks for another one. Does get dealt with. Cortesia, however, now dead. Bane cleans up the kill. Chenem now going to be spotted, trying to commit in for the plan, but flashback on the deepest lurk that we've ever seen comes in, gets his value, and gets a MasterCard thrifty for DRX to reestablish a lead.
They've done it again. They found ways to get through, and it's Hyunmin who shows up big with the Sheriff. Oh.
30 seconds left.
Being a little bit patient there, and Bane gets into the mix.
30 seconds left. Spike down.
Solid, solid stuff.
Bit delayed on the final, but Aspas just desperately trying to get rid of that haunt, but it is his undoing. Massive round from Hyunmin.
Where are you?
There's once again pressure over towards Showers. 3 players stacked up on A. Bane just going to be clearing the clone. As all the rest of MIBR on the approach into hookah.
Showstopper here for Aspas. Even though they take the hookah space, they're going to shift their weight over to the other side of B, towards long, try to challenge Bane. Checking to confirm. Probably not too sure on the number of players.
Showstopper coming through, and it's right at Bane's speed. Aspas eating some damage, but once again, able to find the value, finding the kill. Cortesia starting to push his way forward. Riding alongside this enemy Viper wall here within hookah. Mako does get tagged down.
Slow down.
Saturate over towards guard, and convergent paths as well, just going to be invested. They quickly try to exit, at least pull back over towards the teleporter. What damage suffered though, Hyunmin down to 8. Now the teleport play coming in and flashback, needing to deliver. Narrowly makes his way into the dimensional drift, makes his exit. But where does he go from here?
30 seconds
All
left.
of MIBR encroaching on this position, gives it another check. Heals out of the ultimate.
Spike planted.
Scoped in, but Aspas really needs to try to push for this one, but Chenem, Cortesia, both going to be taken down. Verno now dead! Aspas with 13 HP. He's able to find one. It's a 1v3. And even for the GOAT, it's a bridge too far. Flashback pulls off the greatest escape. Ensures a victory in the round for DRX.
And the game plan there, so solid from DRX.
Spike planted.
I don't know.
One enemy
There's just been so many of these moments for DRX where their players are on low health and they're still able to come out with big rounds. I mean, we saw it from Verno on Sunset as well, but it's all about that convergent pass force into the TP. That's just exactly what DRX wanted. Flashback has the response with his ult. Great confirm, freeing with the pit, throws it right off the rip at 8. Wants to lock down short.
Flashback now with change-ups, playing around that shower. Himself on a line. Bane trying to beat them forward, grabbing that orb. Zone ult now ready to go. MIBR not liking what they're not seeing. Decide to back away.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for them. If you go A, you got to find a way around the pit. If you go B, you know that that Nightfall is going to be there. You do have a Nightfall of your own, of course, and if you can get to that post plant, you've got Cortesia's pit. See how they want to approach this. Still got a ton of util to work through. Could isolate, freeing here.
Chelsea, you're going to have to commit the Nightfall, so yeah, will do so. Bring Decade down to avoid the nade. Prowler on the check, but Ospas on the floor. Odyssey does manage to go ahead, trade that one back. The pit now going to be dropped. Mako dead inside lamps. Great shots here from the Euro. That's going to be the match going on for himself, getting the spot out. Quick little pump back from Verno, trying to avoid losing out on his audio. He rejoins in with the rest of the team, makes his exit, and now the plant can come through. Back still situated over on the opposite side of the map. The blind is there. Verno's going to be taken down. The pit now in play. MIBR trying to get this one across the line, but the pit does not cover the plant. Push someone to a different angle though, but Hyunmin barrels his way through lamps. Now suddenly Cortesia has to drop it. Instantly finds a shot. Flashback taken down. The 1v2. Some damage dealt, is trying to whittle away, trying to eliminate, isolate as much as he can, but Baines is playing on a line. They have him down so very low, the defuse being stuck. He's got to try to break it, but he cannot. DRX maintaining control, maintaining composure. Now get themselves up 5-2.
How have they done it again? In a man disadvantage. Freeing there does well to get one, but a nice follow-up. So it's a 3v4, but these Prowlers have been on point from Bane to set up his duelists. What a showing he has had here at Champions, no matter how this turns out. Bane has been stellar. And a little bit scary for sure, but DRX able to snatch a round away from MIBR where they commit their ults. And that breaks their cycle a bit, and DRX is going to be coming into a slightly better one.
Work cut out for them here on this timeout. Fraud needing to establish some control here within the players. Have to remember what DRX was doing to be able to get that massive lead, I believe a 10-2 half versus G2 on this very map into a 13-7 closeout. Changing up the setups here, moving Flashback around the map, but also just hitting some absolutely disgusting shots.
Crazy shots. And just they're really on point with some of their decision making with their util. In particular, the ults have been really nice. Hyunmin's almost into another convergent pass. Both Mako and Jenum, the Brims, gonna be one away from their ults. But yeah, DRX has been so tricky with these setups. This is another TP crunch. And it works.
Very well being. On gonna be cleared though. It seems like told Flashback. Freaking thinking about teleporting, don't do it. There's a lot of them.
It's too many. Too many for the op.
It's gonna be the orb tank here. Orbital strike online for Jenum. Some thrifty magic for MIBR would be a great way to try to get themselves back into this, but like you pointing out here, Flashback is taking some very deep space out towards Fountain.
Exactly, and Mako got his ult off the orb take on the other side of the map, so now he rotates over, has his strike. Maybe delay or get a kill on a plant. Sidestep from freeing. Noise being made. Flashback's just going. He's just expecting that in the long run, this is going to be an A hit. So he can just keep kind of shuffling his way forward. So far, he's been correct. But now he's in a position where even if they rotate back to B, they're gonna have to deal with that one way or another.
Just on a timing, Molly out from Mako. Really trusting that this is going to be that A hit. Flashback still set up behind. The approach getting ready to come through. Poison Orb blooming here from Freeing, who gets zoned away briefly by the paint shell. Orbital strike over towards the showers to try to clear it out. Venom still having one of his own, but Aspas having a hell of a shot. Takes down Freeing Bane. Trying to maintain control, maintain the line. Gets the spike dropped here within lamps. The approach now from Flashback as the orbital strike does come through, but Shenum gets shut down.
10 seconds left.
For the teleporter, Flashback into the open, tucking in behind the box, flashing his way out to safety. This other team just does not have the time to try to get this plant in. Will save a Phantom, but nothing more. DRX continue on their streak.
Oh, Bane with a monstrous double kill in U-Haul to stall out this hit. It looked like MIBR was working a thrifty of their own, and it just gets cut short. You know, DRX there playing U-Haul the whole way. And even still, MIBR able to barrel their way in, using that fade utility relatively well, but it's that early space again from Flashback that puts the backstab in, takes the wind out of your lungs.
Mako still killless as we go into round 9. He's been more than happy to put the weight on his teammate's shoulders. Flashback, long last, going to be punished here.
It's a great angle, expecting that he has to check the box first.
He's gotten away with so very much, but this now has to force the attention from Freeing as well. Great kill from Artizine. 4v5 now for DRX to try to maintain this win streak.
He's trying to control this operator. Maybe catch him off guard. Ping
Rotates
out.
out and away. Freeing not going to be able to get a catch here. But similarly to what Flashback was doing in the previous round, this is going to be Freeing getting an immense amount of information. Being for the moment. Tucked over there. Throws out the haunt. He joins alongside Mako. They're within the site. Divergent paths going to be sent. Mako playing forward. Everybody just slowed down. There's 37 seconds remaining. Backpedaling across over towards Freeing. Working on the opposite side of short.
30 seconds left.
Here's the footsteps. Do they anticipate this at all? Starting now to push up. Hyunmin getting closer. And Chenem does incredibly well. So aware to turn back. Saspas up and over the top. Catches Hyunmin asleep. A 2v5 and no real way to try to play this one out. With the operator also stranded. DRX going to tuck back and go for the save as MIBR will be able to get themselves a third round win.
This is a nice one from MIBR. Able to take that off angle, reading that Flashback was going to want to be pushing again, just like he did in the previous round. Reading that it was going to be on the other side of the map. DRX really changing things up round over round. Not going to be grabbed here by Cortezia. Expect that that's going to be passed over to Aspas in the next one, potentially. Sometimes you do hang on to it and keep it in the back lines, but... And then the heads-up play from Zenom to be ready for that flank, to be ready for it to be so quick, too. That's tremendous work. Still 3 more rounds in this half to try to see if they can get it tied up 6-6. Oh, man.
What a turn.
Beautiful.
Absolutely saves him in the round. Fantastic awareness from Chenem.
Don't Mako me sad.
Don't make me sad.
I believe. Doesn't quite have the...
Time to work.
Oh, it is a bit of a sad performance so far from Mako, and granted the team's still out in front, but...
I think about the last time they played this map,
He was
going crazy.
Oh, he absolutely was. Another change up here. Boombot. Just gonna go rebounding back over towards Aspas, who's able to get away from that shot. Verno pushing forward, filling some space. It's just gonna be a quick little exit.
That's the clone. Nothing to really play off of it. Yeah.
Well, they're still very suspicious of being in there, but Mako immediately dealt with. Clone does get popped, but Aspas gets the confirmation. Everything's cleared out, and Cortezia finds another Fantastic reaction. Bane now taken down. 2-player advantage here for the side of MIBR. Slated to close the gap even further.
Just winning some huge fights out in the open. Just got DRX very much on the back foot. And it probably has to be a save. Gunman can try to fight for this.
He's going to be marked. Cracked right back inside of the tube, and he's going to be spammed out. Cortezia wise to where he was going. Comes up with the kill there. Like you said, the save now to be called.
Planted.
No way to try to play this one through with that operator in hand. MIBR. Another 2 rounds in a row here to get up to 4.
Yeah, just winning 2 huge fights. One from Hookah, one at long. That makes it easy work the rest of the way through. So MIBR getting a couple more rounds in. Is there going to be a response from Termi here? Is he going to rip the timeout? Try to really give DRX a chance at a bigger lead, a chance at an 8-4. He's just going to trust in Mako. Keep leading these troops.
Oh, bit of hesitation there. Flashback now at risk. Tries to go for the flick. Has to drop down. Artesian on the hunt. Verno will be the one to find it. Freeing to try to hold on to his gun here frantically. Tucking it around the corners. Wallbang shots come his way. He holds it. The op is lost.
Exactly what MIBR needed. What a nice little step up from Verno. Yeah, saw that refract going through because of the catch on the haunt. Nicely done. Yeah, and indeed, timeout from Termi. I think probably just telling him to be a little bit more patient at the beginning of the rounds. Like, you can find your timings for these lurks. MIBR is still being very slow. Play it safe. Play for some trades, maybe, if any of that early aggression, but you know, now MIBR starting to get the feel for the way that DRX is maneuvering, especially on the edges of the map. They've kind of figured out the initial game plan, so now it's time for plan B here for DRX. And you're going to be close to a showstopper nightfall for Verno and Osbos. A little bit away from your next ult cycle for DRX. Flashback's probably going to get his one way or another.
The question is, what is he going to do in this round? He doesn't have any money. They can't carry the operator over. Despite the fact that he's currently top fragging alongside Hyunmin, they're not giving him a gun. At least not yet. There we go.
There we go.
Here's the change up. Freeing says, all right, I'll take the judge.
Man, if they can't get this round to go.
It's going to be dire straits.
Yeah.
MIBR, 6-6 half would be fantastic for them.
And aggressive positioning.
The op carried over here by Artesian, taking that into his own hands.
He's got the read.
Looking for a punish, and yes, very suspicious about this location in the corner. Can you flush him out of Cubby? Across the other way. Spot there on a Freeing, but damage not to be found. Burning out on the creep up and flashback. Somehow just not ready for it. He doesn't even find a single bullet.
Ooh.
Right here.
That is.
Just dodging everything.
Yeah.
Like Sam Jackson in Pulp Fiction. Cortezia continues to just have laser sight focus. Mako trying his hand at this one, but just has to back away.
He's going to have to just try to delay as much as he can. Get a little bit of extra help.
Face your fear!
That nightfall. Oh my God.
Mako will be able to find his first kill. Quickly trying to reposition as Osbos diving forward. Mako with the change-up. Will they catch him off guard at least for one, but Artesian puts the off the use. Now a 1v2, Freeing, sprinting over, trying to get here. Cannot interrupt it. The players tagged up a bit. Shenham in the corner, looking to try to hold, and he shall. Gets the headshot. MIBR get the round, shrugging off the timeout call from DRX. They are one away from tying this up at the half.
Now you're looking at a pretty shaky economy. Speaking of shaky, that one from Flashback. Just a bit off the mark. Meanwhile, MIBR, pinpoint. Mako and Yunman trying to do their damnedest, but it's just too much, just too many players. many extra layers of util there. Force Mako off the angle, give Artizine the chance with the operator. So Judge for flashback, couple Guardians, few rifles able to be bought. Showstopper.
There for Aspas. Flashback, one away from getting that dimensional drip. Looks like he's going to be sending it. It's freeing out to the open, just getting pre-fired. Showstopper goes out and he cannot trade it. Just can take it down. Cortezia, plenty of damage can be found. Flashback arrives in from behind. So Judge the use, finds the kill, but things are breaking down here on the site. Flashback Bane, both low on HP. Mako here, riding the smoke, gets the spot. Guardian shots through. Artizine's going to be taken down, but Aspas finds him as that smoke does fall. Spot's going to be sent in. Bane swooping around into the back, and Verno holds his own. Gets the 3K. MIBR, they tie it up.
What a comeback for MIBR there. Ringing out 4 rounds in a row to close out the half, to take it to 6-6. Are we destined for another overtime?
It very well could be. This is anyone's map, anyone's series, and it could all very well come down to the next pistol.
Sleep, my sister.
We now come back into this third and final map of Bind. MIBR, 4 rounds in a row to tie it up 6-6 at the half. DRX squandering their early successes, it feels like. As MIBR just started getting the read and really started hitting their shots.
No doubt. I mean, some of the notes I had coming into this map for MIBR as we take a quick look at the Coinbase Econ report. But really, it's going to be Cortezia that we're going to look at. He was monstrous, just having Hyunmin's number, Bane as well. Looked like it was going to be a good start, but 2 of the big notes I had is MIBR takes contact fights so well on this map, and you saw that. Once they got their feet underneath them, and this guy right here in particular was winning some big ones for them. Think back to that round early in the half where he got the 4K and just dismantled the A site all by himself. Didn't even really need to, did it anyway. The rest of his team was getting a relatively free plan on the other side, but the other thing you want to keep your eyes out for is MIBR does a great job with getting vertical on their defender side here. They're constantly giving you these high-low setups. You know, obviously the truck is something you think about, but they love to get up on the boxes. They love to give you these really difficult holds that you have to try to break. So it's going to be on DRX. Be pretty diligent. And also, this is the side of the map where MIBR didn't drop a round versus Fnatic.
Toxins going up.
3-2 in pistols. MIBR looking to maintain that lead. 4 Ghosts and a Sheriff in the hands of Aspas. Mako holding, waiting, maybe anticipating some aggressive pressure out of Hookah, but MIBR, they're more than happy to just keep their feet planted.
This is feeling B the whole way. That's exactly what MIBR wants.
4 players stacked up. Flashback not really pushing forward, gaining information here. Bane just with a singular Prowler to try to get the spot check. 2 pistols ringing out from that double presence here in Hookah.
No flashes though, so Artizine can't really follow up off of that.
I'll look to try to back away here, but still this double presence over at Long. Verno holding, looking for the pixel peek, and does see Mako.
Got showers control for flashback. So you've got the TP available. So this
Really
is just
trying to keep that interest here.
exactly.
What's going to be taken?
30
Teleport
seconds
across.
left.
MIBR now starting to scramble the Jets to try to get themselves back in a position. Ospas, not much to be done here other than delay with a paint shell. Sends it, but is able to get away, so damage not going to be suffered quite just yet. Straight back into it. Plant now in play, 5v5 for the retake. Tuck in here from the ring. The Haunt to come through, clears the clone. Clears the Haunt, but did get marked, so know his position.
Toxins going up.
But now getting ready to try to drop down. The double face in, it's going to be freeing. Able to find one, can't quite find that second. Verno goes low, and eventually does get finished off. His flashback finds him through the box. Mako noting the flank, finds the kill. Now just down to Shenum. Spam down, taken out. DRX. They find the opening pistol the second half.
Sometimes all you need is that one little piece of info. And it's a couple pieces here for DRX, but the big one is the Prowler check. It gets a couple guns to fire off. So they know that there's a crossfire set up into there. And with Flashback having free showers control for so long in that round, they know that they can put a couple players up and along, keep the attention long enough that they can get over to the other side way before MIBR has a chance. And yes, they can delay a little bit with the util, but that's going to be extra util. They don't have to clear spots in the post plant. DRX so good in the post plant, in those crossfires.
It's another B stack here for MIBR, but more free shower space. Flashback is very happily taking. Call to rotate could just come through. Spike now going to get scooped up, and yes, DRX making the shift back over towards short.
Let's see if Cortezia can do any damage here. Just the classic, but close range. If he's not dealt with carefully, could absolutely take a player or two with him.
Bombing that saturator, but it's right at his feet. Cortezia able to get away from this one. Rotations now starting to come through as the spike gets planted. No delay tactics this time around.
There.
Should just be a nice cozy setup here. MIBR might just make the call to hang back, go down to the spike.
Yeah, you maybe throw Hyunmin at this or DRX eventually, but he's so far away. Doesn't seem like that's going to be part of the plan. He's just looking for the flank. Isn't going to be coming through. So, should just be everybody dying to the spike and everybody from DRX retaining their guns. Assuming there's nothing weird here at the end of the round.
No shenaniganry to be found. I can talk.
Is that a word?
It is now.
Oh, okay.
Flawless in this anti-eco. 2-round stretch here for DRX. Go now into the bonus to see if MIBR break that momentum.
I kind of expect it at this point. With how good both of these teams have been and how back and forth it's been. We're going to see a punch back from MIBR. But right now, DRX just doing a really nice job in the early part of the round, getting just enough info that they can play the side of the map that's free. This time, Flashback again, seemingly going to be taking a look at Showers with that Guardian, but he's going to be challenged. Smoke out early, though. That's from Mako to set him up. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, some minor damage there on the Cortezia. Prowler pretty much lets him know that they did get a little bit of damage. Flashback just holding on the opposite side of that smoke.
Partizan seems so aware, though.
Has to be. Plus up and over the top and on the jiggle peak. A little bit of damage could be suffered. This tagged up as well. DRX so far, though, not able to find any kind of kills. Flashback gets a little bit further in and finds even more damage. At the same time, Fring, he's slotted up just outside of lamps. I don't think that anyone from MIBR has a single clue.
Yeah, Bane's out here trying to cause a distraction on the other side of the map. Had momentarily pulled Zenom over. Hasn't really been able to create enough of a distraction to get them to commit to the other side.
I mean, Ospas has dropped down and he continues to go on this push. He might just be able to catch him. Guardian shot gonna be good for one, but no, Ospas very well aware. Turns in towards lamps, freeing, dead. Player advantage here. The Brazilian squad now as Mako tries to get the spike planted, but the blast pack pushes him off of it.
planet.
Until now. Aspas trying to scale forward, but low on HP. Plays it up. A bit more patience. Zverno tries to wrap around here from behind, and at the moment, Bane checking the wrong angle. Potentially lead to Mako being susceptible here.
Pinged it out though. Zverno being mega patient.
That he is, but Bane, a hell of a shot. Aspas able to find another. Mako sends out some shots with that Spectre, but on the repeat, immediately finds the headshot. Cortezia, however, still delivering, but Mako still alive. Not believing in the defuse, and on the peak, he gets the Red Bull clutch. Bonus converted for DRX.
Well, we were saying it earlier. We were looking for Mako to come up big on bind, and he does right here. So quick with that Spectre. These peaks, these fadeaways. So good.
Hell of a time to try to wake up. Here for Mako.
Have at him.
8, 8, and 6. Orbital Strike now going to be online. MIBR kicked back to a thrifty attempt of their own. Bucky and Stinger on the defending side can get some work done.
You're going to get Showers control. See how aggressive Flashback wants to be with it. Smoke is going to come down from MIBR. Set him back just a little bit. Could get some kind of flash play going. At least back him off the angle. Maybe looking for a timing. They expect that the TP is going to expire, but he refreshes on it. This looks like an A hit all the way. You have Mako's ult. Shotgun on the other side of the map for Verno, so that won't come into the equation, at least not initially.
Prowler check on a 1, but Flashback kind of going to be locked in position unless he can get some assistance. But Aspas, it's a fantastic headshot. Cutting down, freeing. TP back through in the smoke. Addisine deep in the night, able to avoid disaster. Molly going to be dropped in. Bane is going to be eating the damage. Just gets that spike planted. Orbital Strike called in, but nothing going to be found off the back of that one there for Mako. Very doable for MIBR. Flashback here on the angle, tucks back away from the Prowler. No spot to be found. Mako, however, holding Lamp. Flashback able to find Verno. Addisine gets on top of him with the classic in hand. Brings it now into a 2v3. But if he pushes the smoke, Gunman has his number. The Bucky will be able to find one, but now down to 26 HP. Cortezia just does not have any options remaining. Tap it to defuse the haunt over the top, and it's just going to have to be a save. Tries to work his way across, maybe find an exit, but otherwise tuck into the teleporter. 9-6, DRX. Fantastic so far here on this attacking side. MIBR need to find a way to pump the brakes.
For sure. For sure. This is not what I expected coming into this half at all. But DRX has really found a good read on things. This was probably the first round where I really felt like they might have misstepped a bit, walked into the strong side of MIBR, took some early damage, a lot of early damage. You know, you had Aspas hitting that first shot, Bane getting chunked up by the Molly, but like, they still just find a way because Mako locks down U-Haul, finds 2, Gunman down weak, able to find some big ones. They're able to hold on versus a valiant, thrifty attempt from MIBR, but 4 rounds down here on their defender's side. So much work to climb back into this match for MIBR. Still a chance, still hope. We've seen it before.
Well, we certainly have. The streak, the energy that they found themselves on Sunset. Need some more of that. Dig a bit deeper. Timeout will expire. The final one called, barring an OT here for MIBR. Potentially the final one called at Champions. Operator going to be in hand here for Addisine. At the investment, and they need this one to work out. DRX still has plenty of cash behind. MIBR cannot make this happen. It's going to be DRX up to 11 and a broken bye for MIBR.
Exactly. An operator being entrusted in Artisine's hands. He's going to be locking down short A with it, but at least initially, this looks B all the way here. Prowler, that doesn't tell you too much. Bane's been sending util over here even when it's been an A-side hit. Second one, still no movement from MIBR on the map. Cortezia, they're going to need him to come up big again.
Way lane forward. Tries to hit the saturate. Drop down does come through though. Cortezia able to escape. Life intact. Snake Bite here at the ready. Sends it over towards Garden. Comes back over towards the box, but just dropped down into the seas. Okay, however, will expire as DRX just haven't really found a way in. It's been just a dump of util from both sides. The one that MIBR certainly profit from.
Yeah, they're going to spread the map a bit now. But you don't have any control on the other side. So you have to clear everything behind you, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Spike is still in hand. Here for Mako. Just end up being a TP play here, perhaps. Ball going up. Prowler getting the spot.
God, that TP would be risky.
Just jump across. At the same time, Aspas
30 seconds left.
dead here on the site. Striking out. Past Dice, but Artisan able to strike back. Finds Hyunmin. Now into a 4v4. The teleporter going to be taken, but he is on this line. Mako has that spike in hand. They need some support. Brain coming in from behind. The leg shot. Not going to be able to get the kill. Bane is there. Finds the headshot.
Time.
Puts him down, but the time, as you say, is dwindling, but Fring still able to find one. Check over towards short. Furno struck down. Cortezia has to do it all in a 1v3. So forward here on the site. Softens him up. Gets some damage through. Cortezia has been electric. He has been impactful for this team all series long, but it feels like this time just won't be able to make it happen. 11-6, DRX, 2 rounds away from punching their ticket into the top 4 for the first time since 2022.
I mean, the patience, the coordination from DRX coming through so nicely in this round. Not overcommitting to that B hit. It got too stalled up by the util, and they kept the spike over there, left their options open for the TP play. Mako patient behind that wall. They knew the op was there, and they waited until they could get those extra players over to bail them out and get into those post plants that have been unbreakable.
Still, though, it's not over until it's over, until that scoreline says 13.
Oh, no doubt.
Showstopper in hand for Aspas. A quick check up short. Just gets a minor spot there on the Fring. Splashback. Holding a fairly aggressive line here in Showers. Boombot. Doesn't even get a spot. It's going to be Artisan swooping in instantly, finding the kill.
Nasty. That's a great start. Now, I think as DRX, should be thinking about trying to pick up the pace a little bit somewhere on the map, but they're maybe misreading the situation. Thinking that it could have just been the Yoru solo. Oh, what a find for Hyunmin.
Doesn't even hit him with the saturate, just is able to find that headshot right there through the bottom of the window. 4v4 now, and a critical piece of the firepower taken away from MIBR. Aspas immediately going to try to pivot here, but Fring on this lurk forward, able to find one, gets away, right as the shots come through. Let's get taken low, Snake right here, try to bail him out. It's going to be the Nightfall across the spike now being brought to bear here towards the A site. 2 of the 3 remaining players from MIBR are in position. Last pack a bit too deep, but Aspas still able to find Mako. Showstopper now. Called in, sent, kill, found. And been taken down. 2v3, MIBR back into the driver's seat here within the round.
Poison orb emitting.
Bane holding close, pushes into the smoke, trying to use it against him. Some spray forward, but plays it quietly. Just gonna be looking for the jump. The push forward, the spot on the 1, but Aspas gets the better of him now. It's just down to Fring. Paint shell, perfectly positioned. Aspas gets the 4K. And that is going to be MIBR sticking around, denying match point from DRX.
Just really nice stuff around this map for MIBR. The early find here on the flashback. Just saw the elbow and went for it.
Oh, shot.
The spot off the saturate. Might have even connected. Phenomenal work here from Aspas. He's been able to dig deep. Give MIBR some big rounds when they need him. A couple of times. Saw it yesterday against NRG. Saw it here today on Ascent. You're seeing it here on Bind. They need a little bit more. Although the money be off balance here for MIBR if they lose this round.
Mind you, I think it's worth noting as well, if this continues, if MIBR can run this back, Aspas at the moment, I believe, is 6 kills away from tying up the record that he just set yesterday.
It's unreal. Like the numbers he's putting up.
Have to double check that. Might be a slightly even closer
I
than
knew
anticipate.
it was close because he put up 25 plus on both maps to start.
Gunman just going to be strafing past that molly, but Chenum able to hold his own. That's a fantastic punish. Once again, gets MIBR an early advantage.
Wanted to knock that orbital strike out. Maybe a little greedy from Hyunmin.
Shell sent orbital strike to greet them here at the door. Forces the exits. They've not gone far. Flashback now. Get himself forward here into the side still. At presence over at elbow as Mako Disc taken down. Aspas dipping in for a little bit more as he finds himself another multi-frag round. 3 kills cleaned up. He is keeping them afloat.
Just great presence of mind from the MIBR players. Mako, yeah. Excuse me, Aspas here doing a great job, but it's the kill that can't be found on Dejenum. Kind of throws a spanner in the works here. DRX was committed B the whole way. DRX wants to take some time. Use the last time out here of regulation to try to avoid that overtime again. Because now MIBR is streaking, and you've got to put a stop to it. You have come oh so close now. You don't want to give them any extra breathing room. You're going to have so many ults as DRX. Economy's going to be a little bit off. So you're going to have to kind of scrape together some semblance of a buy potentially if you think that you can commit with these ults. Turn this thing around to give yourself that match point. Send yourself into that 3rd, 4th place match. That's what this is all on, and Fraud looking to rally MIBR. Gonna keep them in this, keep this momentum rolling, keep this hot streak going. They're gonna have a couple ults of their own. They have the Nightfall, they have the Dimensional Drift. It's just about everything for DRX except for their Nightfall.
73 kills in the series thus far here for Aspas. Yeah, they're going to be able to continue to put up rounds like that. He absolutely may just break it, something that we haven't seen, to be able to do it back to back.
No, you can't even imagine that.
Well, either way, Dimensional Drift spotting out 2. Immediate pivot coming through. MIBR believing that there is no ambiguity about this whatsoever, and they would be correct. Convergent paths now going to be sent out to try to something approach, but realistically, I don't think too many people are going to get caught by that at all. Pit going to be bloomed, however, as Artisine puts the mask on himself, goes sprinting forward, spot out onto 1. Gunman, seen, rotates around, back in, through the pit, goes for his exit. Grenade lobbed up over the top, Bane decayed down low, still managing to find 1, but Chenum, Cortesia, Aspas all fighting back. Ring sends out the bite, finding 1, Aspas going to be struck down, the orbital strike going to be called in, but Mako now all alone, fishing, finding 1 with the defuse, being stuck, has to clear the angle, has to clear Chenum, and he cannot!
Stellar pace from MIBR here. The Nightfall, so impactful. The Dimensional Drift, getting all the information they need to start flooding through the pit. They clear showers. Aspas goes diving on top of the box, finds a big kill. And that orbital strike can't find anything, but Freeing trying to get the hell out of there. Gets killed on the exit. I was wondering why Mako was kind of shaking his head. I think it's because he realized he left Freeing out to dry a bit. He should have held on to it a little bit longer. Bane does get his ult out of that round. But we are into dangerous territory for DRX, and MIBR continues to streak, and they have an op in Artisan's hand again.
Out of charges.
Is going to get another showstopper for Aspas. He has been fragging out.
Verno looking like he was ready to tussle there, but we'll go separate ways.
Toxic poisons off.
Green just gonna get tucked here into the copy at short. 3 players on this A side of the map.
Closed.
Really love to figure out where Aspas is, but he's been hiding in the tube.
Pushing forward. Gonna try to take this line. Flashback.
You're done.
Able to find it. Here's the shots from Shenum. Continues the challenge in, and Flashback able to stand tall. Bring, however, going to be taken down. Cortezia still looking to try to maintain control over this site, but he's fully flashed up. Flashback getting saturated by his own teammate. Does manage to go ahead and dodge around the shots. 3 kills for him. Spike now planted. Nightfall going through. Gets a connection only onto Verno. Aspas here. Likely still needs to find a bit more to try to invest the showstopper. Smoke and shower dissipating. The op scooped up, and Flashback gets the jump peak. It is on for the ace. Goes for the quick little flick. Cannot find it. Swaps to the Vandal. Hyunmin trying to bait him in. But Aspas completely, utterly contained. Dead. The ace is there. DRX are up to match point.
What a round from Flashback. He's had a little bit of trouble at times in the showers, but this time there is none. A beautiful clone flash play. Even though he gets saturated, still finds the kill. And the ace onto Aspas to seal the deal.
It's just a wizened nod here from Termi. Acknowledging the efforts here of his team, but it is still not over yet.
Time to jump.
A pit is there for the defending Viper. The showstopper is still not burned. There is no breathing easy until the series is done.
Flashback has the op. They just take more space in the showers. These are really the rounds that have been difference makers for DRX, is relying on this Yoru. He's going to be one away from his ult. TP's out. Might be able to get the dimensional drift if they can successfully march forward, assuming it hasn't already been claimed. It is not. So that's going to be another big ult for them. Aspas still with that showstopper. He's rotating over. He's going to have something to say about this. Could he make a play off this tap? No, going to hold on. Flashback going to pass the op over to Mako and go in.
Swap of the weaponry, the dimensional drift now going through. Might have spotted that gate crash coming out of Hookah, so might have information on the enemy Yoru. Either way, showstopper is out. Flashback is just right there in front of it. Kevin now going to be taken down. Shenum able to find the shots on the Bane in this round. Has certainly gotten away from DRX. Mako to try to collect that spike. Looks like he is able to do so. It's undetected in that regard. But he is nowhere near being able to try to get a plant.
10 seconds left.
None either. Just takes the teleporter across.
He's got to save. Oh, I thought for a second.
Oh.
Oh, this is worse.
Ooh, grabs that up. Look to see how they're unable to find it. The operator does go ahead and get carried over, but MIBR still breathing, still fighting, still persevering. Trying to claw their way back in to another overtime.
Just beautiful read here. All the right pieces in place. Knowing that after that second orb tap, that Flashback was going to be going for the ult. They're in a perfect position to smother out that V hit. It's been the area where DRX hasn't been able to really find too much success. So back into the A well we go. Challenge. Well, how does Flashback win that?
I have no idea, but Artisan left on the floor. Aspas here around the corner. Posted up. Posted on top, but DRX, they get the kill, they pump the brakes, they slow things down on this approach.
These are these high setups, playing with the verticality of the map that MIBR likes. They're going to put Aspas into a trusted position. Could very well go on red.
Cummin does have that Bucky. If he goes diving forward over towards Lamps, if he doesn't check to that right-hand side.
Exactly.
Absolutely could be. 2 players potentially from DRX getting dismantled. Prowler, however, he gets the scout, the push out, Flashback still surviving. Push forward into the smoke, Shenum trying to fill some space. But he's just gonna get timing shot. Bane just getting a read. 5-2, MIBR. It's all down to Verno, the Cortezia. As DRX look to get themselves forward into the top 4 in damn near flawless fashion. The swing of the corner, the blind connecting Cortezia. Needing to do it all, but he cannot! DRX get it done in 3! They advance to the top 4, where they will once again participate in the RX Derby.
The sins of a bygone era forgiven. For the first time since Champions Istanbul, DRX pushes past that 5th, 6th spot at a global event. They have finally broken the curse after oh so long.
A step further than these players have ever been before, aside from Mako, has had a taste of that success, and he's been hungry for it ever since. Had to sit back, had to watch his former teammates in Stacks and Buzz go on to win an international. And he's saying, this is my time. I'm gonna give it my damnedest. Paper Rex, of course, a tough opponent in the future here for DRX, but commiserations to MIBR. People weren't sure what to think when they saw that they qualified here to Champions. People said it should not have been them taking this slot for Americas, and I think they shut everybody the hell up with that, because they performed so incredibly well.